Alrighty everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So I have just unlocked Dura Trials, and I've gone and experimented and played and did this and that and looked at this and that, and yeah, it's fairly interesting. It's a fun little mode in my opinion. It's kind of underwhelming right now, as it's just mostly giving you raw stats, and I'll go into that a little bit later. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of how it works, what types of things you're going to get from it, and then how it's going to change things in the future. Likely for the next week it's not going to change anything, but once we start unlocking some of these higher level stages inside of Dura's Trial, that's when it's going to actually start affecting your gameplay a little bit more. So when you look at it, it talks about days and floors and heroes and tokens and resets. All you need to know is that there are two different modes based on the type of days that you are doing, and so we have Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then for the other one is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on Sundays, that's when you have access to every single one of the types of, trials that are here available. And looking at the overview, you see certain types of heroes have bonuses based on certain types of trials. So there are only 20 floors each. It is fairly easy in the battles so far. If we go in and look at them and look at the details here, the team right now has like a 33 million power team, but if you go and look into some of the records here, even the lowest clears is easily twice the amount of power. Most of these people are already 3 times their power here. So it's very easy battles so far. And then as you can go, each one has its own unlock conditions, which is clear the previous floor, reach the AFK progress stage, and then your server, it's actually locked by the server day. So that is another thing that's going to be interesting, is that it's locked by your server and how you do it. So each chest so far seems to drop about 4. This perfect record I think is just a first clear reward, and then after that then it's just going to be either of these. These lower floors was fairly low drops for me. I want to say it was like 1 or 3% or something for this potential loot, and then for this one it was maybe 5%. So I think I've gotten 3 of these purple ones, whatever the tier 2s, and so far. And then once you get here to tier 3, the elites, but once you start getting that's when things start changing a little bit. So the trick is going to be, since you only get 3 challenges a day, it's going to limit you based on which ones you want to focus on. So when you get a chest, it is random magic, but it does tend to focus a little bit more on whatever that specific type is. So for me, if I got 4 from a chest, I was getting 2 or 3 was focused on whatever type I was attacking. So I did whatever. So if I focused here on these supports for today, I would get a little bit more on the support characters than I would for any of the other classes. So that is important to keep in mind, that it isn't all of them in support characters, but it does carry over and it expands. It's just purely random. So that's going to be this over here. Then we're going to go into see what it actually looks like. So if we go into a character here, it's going to pop up here. Anytime they have different types of equips, they will be able to show up here. Every stat bonus is going to be the same for those characters. I think, let's see, my Thorn has one. So if you look, both the left one is giving him 2% HP, 2.7% magic defense, and the right one is going to give him the same amount of value. This middle one is also going to give him the same value. It's going to be 2 and 2.7%. It's going to be the exact same stats all the way, so it's a T1, T2, T3. This is when we final one is going to be this one, T4, and so it's the legendary and above, or the mythic and above rather, then that's when the changes are actually different. So there's going to be quite a few different variant stats here based on what type you get. So this is where the RNG is going to come from, and then according to the game, it's kind of bugged right now on some of the characters, but it does have, okay, this is the recommended one to have for that character. So it's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how it will be for getting these types of, mythic charms, and then whether or not that is going to affect how the gameplay is going to be, because strength, ultimate strength +1 and skill power +1, I'm not sure if that's actually adding a whole nother level to it, but then you have other ones like it's just very basic, like just a flat stat boosts, and then again skill power. So some of them them are pretty interesting, like energy on hit. It would be cool. I've seen like attack speed, haste. I've seen like lifesteal and stuff like that. And then there is something to note that well, you have different types of set bonuses. Typically, it's elite set bonus, epic set bonus, and then legendary mythic are both the same tier here. But every character has their own Dura's Charm set bonus, and so this is yet another season skill that is going to change gameplay, and so it's going to increase the amount of viable teams, and it's likely going to bump characters during the season up or down based on these types of stats that they're getting and the set bonuses that they're unlocking. So that's going to be a whole nother videos that I will be making, is going over that, just because there is a whole lot that's going on here. Just going through some of these characters, their set bonuses are quite varied as well, and so it's like, oh, like, okay, gain 120 energy after casting an ultimate, triggers once every 8 seconds or whatever we go down. Once you start getting that legendary mythic one, you know, a flat 20% damage increase and gains giving a hero execution, like that is absolutely massive. And so getting those legendary mythic is going to drastically change your gameplay. But of course, this is AFK journey, so we remove AFK and say RNG journey. So again, it's going to be the RNG to make sure that you're getting, you know, these or higher on your rolls, because you do need to get 3 on them. So this is going to be quite difficult to get. I guess, you know, over time you'll get it. I think Thorn right now has 2. My Untandra has 2. My Damien has 2. And then out of all of my epics, I think, or my T2s, I think I only got 3 T2s, and one of them was a duplicate. So I got 1 on Kruger, I got 1 on Seth, then I don't think I got 1 on any. I think the Seth one was a duplicate. Okay, so my Leica actually has a full set here, but it's, you know, it's just the blues, so it doesn't really do anything right now. Once I get to the next one, Elite, then that's going to be a little bit, then I'll be able to start seeing some of these different things here. But that's going to be Dura's Trials. There is one other thing I forgot to mention, that whenever you do have duplicates, you do get a little pop-up screen here that lets you recycle them. I'll just drag this over here real quick so you can see. So right now it's roughly 1 blue is equal to 1, and then the purple is equal to 10. So I'm going to track everything and get all of the stats and stuff all in my guidebook. Eventually it's just going to take a lot of time because there's a lot of data to input into this, but you're able to take these golden essences and you're able to basically forge them somehow and exchange them. I don't know exactly where we're going to be able to exchange them. I don't think it's unlocked yet, or if it is, don't know where that functionality is. It could be, you know, somewhere here. Maybe there's a whole new shop in the Emporium somewhere where we're able to swap it out, but I just don't know where it is yet. That is going to be something that's likely to come here in the next couple of days. I think we'll call that good and move on and close this video or end this video for today. Alrighty guys, one other thing to add, I had a chest pop up here to go and get collected, and as I was in here I noticed this is where those perfect clear rewards were heading up. It ended up in your inventory, but there was no notification for them. So as a heads up, whenever you first clear any of the Dura's Trial floor stages, make sure you check your inventory afterwards, because this is where it has ended up. So I'm gonna open it up and see which ones I get. Okay, mostly the Haven one was alright, and then more Untandra. So okay, maybe Untandra is gonna be one of my highest level characters here. So alright, that's it. Just a little quick PSA, and we'll see you all in the next one. If you guys found this helpful, you know, of course, leave a like, subscribe, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next one.